So today we learn about BA publisher. If you see and type in the Google, let's say XML publisher, XML publisher. Then now when XML publisher becomes part of the Oracle BA Enterprise Suite, it was rebranded as Oracle BA Publisher. BA Publisher separates the creation of data from the process of formatting it for different uses. So what you need to understand from this point is, whatever we are seeing now, the name Oracle BA Publisher, it was known as XML Publisher. The moment they integrated this one in our OBIEE product, the moment they integrated in the OBIEE product, the OBIEE is what it basically is, business intelligence tool. That is XML publisher means that its name is looking something else. So they thought of, okay, why can't we can rename this XML publisher as a BA publisher? So today, whatever we are seeing then, BA publisher was known as XML publisher. Now, this is also one of the powerful report generation tool. There is no process of creating the RPDA. There is no process of creating the RPD. You write SQL query, the SQL query result, you get it as a report. That's it. So your two steps process. One is writing the SQL query, whatever data you want it. That SQL query will use as input for the report. On top of the report, yes, all the formatting stuffs you can go and you can apply it. Now, create the standard reports quickly and easily. For example, invoice, salary slip. Salary slip is what it is very standard report. Standard report. My salary slip is here, or anyone's salary slip is here. It belongs to India. If it belongs to India, the tax whatever I should take it. Okay, the HRA percentage how to calculate, the PA percentage how to calculate. Everything will be looks like same. Country to country, maybe the standards may be changing, but as long as it is same country, most of the employees' salary structure format should be same, which is defined by government. That kind of standard reports we can develop very easily by using BA publisher. And one more problem with the salary slip is we go and try to observe anyone a salary slip. Okay, let us say sample salary slip. Okay, this is what the sample salary slip what you are seeing. It's not a one table. It is not a one graph. It's not a one column selector or view selector. Whatever yesterday we learned the views, right? None of the views are fitting here. It's kind of one template, right? That template we are going to develop very well using BA Publisher. And even BA Publisher has one more name that is called as template builder. BA Publisher has one more name that is called as template builder. This is kind of one template. This kind of templates I can develop very easily using BA Publisher. If same OBIEE, if I use it, I have to do too much of alignments. I have to do it. I need to spend more time in the alignment. But in this template, what will happen is, you are going to work with the MS Word format. The MS Word means I can do this one very easily, I can do it. There is a reason it is also known as template builder. Now, originally intended to support Oracle ERP tools. Now, if you see here, they said one point clearly, it is integrated into OBIEE, right? Actually, OBIEE is not a Oracle product. It was purchased from Siebel. Yeah, OBIEE is purchased from Siebel. Even Siebel also purchased from NQS. Initial company is NQS. From NQS to Siebel. From Siebel to Oracle. This is what the transactions happen. Now, in the NKS company or in the Siebel company, this product of XML published is not there. XML publisher is a Oracle product. So after he purchased the OBIEE product from the Sibyl, he integrated XML publisher into the OBIEE. Into the OBIEE, and name is not looking very good. They renamed as BIEE publisher. Then why they developed this XML publisher? Before purchasing the OBIEE from the Sibyl, what purpose the XML publisher was used? Even today also, if you install Oracle Apps software, EBS, Oracle Apps software, if you install it, you get this XML publisher. The installation of Oracle Apps today, even if you install it, XML publisher is going to give the same title. So XML publisher, initially those guys developed to develop the reports from ERP tools such as Oracle EBS or JD Edwards and PeopleSoft. Later point of time, nowadays people also use it against what? Sibyl CRM. Now what you need to notice is your Sibyl or EBS, JD Edwards and PeopleSoft, these all are what? OLTP corresponding applications. Those applications backend, we have what? OLTPs. The reason people used to say BA Publisher is a reporting tool on top of OLTPs, on top of transactional data. OBIEE is a reporting tool on top of analytical data. On top of analytical data or data warehouse. But there is no rule. BA Publisher has no intelligence or OBIEE has no intelligence. It is a data warehouse or it is a OLTP like that. Whatever you are asking, the table will be accepting it. But the performance wise, those all things consideration if you do it, BA Publisher is very good with the OLTP data. OBIEE is very good with the analytical data. Right. BA Publisher is now available as a separate product. Only BA Publisher you can install in our machine and you can develop the report. Or as part of the enterprise edition also it is available. Okay, with OBIEE we are getting automatically, or I don't want OBIEE, nothing, I don't want it. Only BA Publisher I want to install it. Yes, you can install only BA Publisher and you can work out the reports. Now, basically it is a reporting tool on top of OLTP. In BAP, we can develop pixel formatting reports. BA Publisher allows report designers to reuse queries to build reports in many formats. Okay, many formats means like PDF, okay, RTF, rich text format, like that. They have some format. Those are formats going to support it. Now, such as HTML, RTF, and PDF, like that. Now, installation and configuration. BAP software by default installed with OBIEE installation. Even we can install BAP alone without OBIEE. In our case, it is already installed. If you go and try to observe, analytics portal. Now, if you go to the new, there is an option called as published reporting. Under that one, we can observe here, we have what is this? Report job, and we have here data model, style template, sub template. These 5 things are falls under the published reporting. If you click on this report, or you can go for the separate dedicated URL also available for this. What is the dedicated URL is? As it is, you have to take this, and at last you have to change here. In place of the analytics, you have to write here XML publisher server. XML publisher server, XMLP server. After the port number, what you written? XMLP server we written. XML publisher server we written. Then we got the XMLP server separate portal we got it. Okay. Now that's how we are going to open this portal. Next point. So RITech environment setup. Load the reports underscore dashboards RPD. It's not really required. Okay, but already we have an RPD, right? With that RPD, we can continue, no problem. Okay, we can find this RPD in the blah blah. Okay, if you want, you can load it. If you don't have any RPD, then you have to load it. Anyhow, we have been working with the RPD. We have the RPD in our hand. It is already available in the server. Also, it is available, so we need not load anything. That is optional. Next is what? Database setup. We have to access some database to write the SQL queries to get the data, right? So how to set up the database? So open any browser, type the URL XMLP server. Here I given the port number 9704, right? If you are installing the Windows based system of the 11G, that too, of the OBIEE 11G or BAP 11G, by default port number is 9704. But in our 12C it is what? 7780 is the port number. Some port numbers variation is there. Already people are aware of that point. Right. Now provide the username as WebLogic and password as RRATech123. Okay. In my case, it is not asked username and password. Why? Because username password is taken from this page. Suppose if I signed out this one, then here also I am signing out. Then I am going for XMLP server. Then click on here, enter. Then it's going to ask what? Sign in information. Let me sign in. We are able to sign. Okay. Now click on the administration under data source. Click on JDBC connection. Click on add data source. Provide below information. Click on test connection. Click on apply. So this is where we have here administration. Then we are in the administration page. There we have here what? Data sources. I can connect the data sources using JDBC or JNDI. Okay, now I want to go for JDBC. Down the line, if you want to communicate with the one file, you can go and you can communicate with the file also. Or LDAP, or OLAP, or web services, anything, HTTP, and content server. These all things are available, different connectivities. Now, time being, we would like to go for the JDBC connection. Then Oracle BA Publisher is opening JDBC connection. We have, these are the connections already available. So if you see here, BA sample, which is part of PDB ORCL, we can go and you can use it if you want it. And demo database they created, that is also part of PDB ORCL, that also can communicate it. And what is this? OBIEE application, we can communicate using this one. Okay, and here also we have the OBIEE application. We can go and we can come local host they configured and they configure particular ID. Both are one and same actually. And OREMH they configured, that also PDB or this is also one of the schema. But I don't want these all things. Let us say I want a schema called as supplier 2, or I want a schema called as HR, or I want a schema called as cart schema. Something I want like that. Then you can go and you can click on here add data source. Then we have here data source name. The data source name we are providing as, let us say, supplier 2. Supplier 2. And driver type is equal to Oracle 12C. And we need to provide here what is the host name. We are providing the host name as demo.us.oracle.com. And the port number is what? 1521. And SID is what? ORCL. And username we have to provide here, supplier 2 is the username. And password also supplier 2, I think. Then pre-process function, post-process function, I don't want it. Then click on here what? Test the connections. Then you can observe in the top what happened. Connection established successfully. Then click on here apply. Now we created one connection to the schema called as supplier to schema. It is available in the ORCL database and the machine called as demo.us.oracle.com, and it is listening using the port number called as 1521 is the port number. So that's how we are going to configure database, what you want to access it. What you want to access it. Now down the line, you also need to do what? Scheduling. If I want to do the scheduling, let us say 9 o'clock is scheduled. Where this 9 o'clock information is going to store? One scheduling table is required. One scheduling table is required. That one we have to configure here. To configure scheduler information, again go to the administration. There is an option is available that's called as scheduler configuration. So click on the scheduler configuration. Then it is asking here. It is going for the quad and enterprise scheduler service. Then go to the JDBC connectivity, and we have to provide here the database. Tools is not there. Okay. Username, anything you can provide. We are providing supplier to, and password also supplier to. Then driver is okay. Test the connection. So could not establish connection. Demo.us.oracle.com. Okay, connection is established. Now we have to provide here the test connection. Next is what? Install schema. Before installing the schema, let us go and try to observe in our schema supplier to, let us say, select count star from TAB. Now go and try to observe here the number of tables which are available. How many tables we have? 60. Now let us go and try to click on this option, whatever we have here, install schema. If I click on the install schema, then it's going to install your schema. So what is saying? Schema installed successfully. Click apply button to save the changes. We are applying it. The server name, scheduler, request URL, inspect the log file for complete details of the incident. Let us see it. Okay, let us see how many tables are available. What is this? The count is increased or not? The count is increased to 78. That means whatever we got here, 18 tables are belongs to BIEE publisher scheduling tables. If you want, you can go and you can observe those names also clearly. Select star from TAB. Then we have here XML. Yeah, this is this one. QRTZ, whatever is starting, those all things are related to the XMLP published only. Okay, we can see till here we have those all things. This is scheduler state is what, okay, and triggers whatever we have it, and what is this? Job details. These all things is nothing but scheduler information. Okay, if you schedule a BIEE publisher report, that information is going to store over there. That's how we are trying to do here scheduler environment setup. So for this we select here JDBC and we provide the required information, test the connection and install schema, click on apply. And till here whatever we did right, it is purely one-time activity. Only one time we are going to configure the database, only one time we are going to install the scheduler schema, those all things. Now what is our day-to-day activity? Then this is what our day-to-day activity development.
Means actually when we set the timing in the scheduler, so automatically it gets refreshed every single day.
Right. If you see here, this development activities, we have 3 development activities mainly. Number 1, that is called as create BIEE publisher report from any database. Create BIEE publisher report from any database. Okay, now create BA publish report on Oracle BA answers report. We are going to take the OBIEE report as input. On top of it, BAP report we are going to generate it. Create BA publish report based on the Oracle BA server subject area. That means on top of RPD. On top of RPD. So these are the three methods we have. If you are working purely as a BA publisher guy, not the OBIEE integrated, then only one type of report we are going to develop. That is first one, creating the BA publish report from any database. As you are working with the OBIEE integrate product of the BA publisher, so from OBIEE report as input, how to develop the report, and OBIEE RPD as input, how to develop the report. That also we are learning it. So three development activities we supposed to learn here. Let us go for the first one. Let us go for the first one. Create a data model. See, this report development is only two steps process. One is, as I said earlier, SQL query you have to create it, then you have to develop the report, right? The SQL query only will call here data model. Data model. How to create the data model is, go to the new, then click on the data model. Under data model, select the data set. N number of data sets may be available under the one data model. I can compare data model is equal to small size RPD. Small size RPD. So, and we are going for the data sets internally, and we can go and you can write here whatever SQL query you want inside this data set from any one model, blah blah. Okay, let us go and try to do that activity. And before going for that one, do I have access to the HR schema here? Let us see it. HR schema is available by any chance? Yeah, we have, right? HR schema also available. HR admin 1, 2, 3. In HR, I have the required tables. So let me take the HR schema instead of the supplier to schema. Instead of the supplier to schema. Then what I can do is, I can go and I can create one connection to access the HR schema. Or with the supplier to also I can access it. Why? Because supplier to is admin user. Through supplier to I can access HR. Okay. Right. In HR, why I am choosing is, in HR I have the employee table, department table, that kind of things are available. For example, select star from TAB, then run this one. We can see department table and employees table is available. These tables I want to use in BA Publisher. Now, let me go for here. Then I want to create a data model. Let us go to the new. Are you seeing any option called as data model? Yeah, data model is available. So we are trying to create a data model. So what is saying? Click the new data set button to create new data set definition. So where is the new data set? This is the data set. Here we have the option called as new data set. This is called as new data set. The new data set I can create using what? I can create using SQL query or LDAP query, MDX query, or our OBIEE report, OBIEE report, or our XML feed, or view the objects, some web service, CSV file, Microsoft Excel file, XML file, content server. So one data set I can create from these many sources. These many sources. For example, I want to create now at this point of time from Oracle. Oracle Legends SQL language. That is the reason we are going for SQL query. Tomorrow SQL Server, MySQL, Teradata. These all things also have to go for SQL query only, because those all databases Legends SQL query. Now let us click on this SQL query. It is asking me the name is what? It is asking me the name. So I am giving the name as, let us say, HR data model, or we'll give the name as first HR data set. It is a data set what we are creating it. Now, what is the data source? What is your database name? It is just now we created what is that? Supplier 2 we created, the supplier 2 we are selecting. And type of SQL, standard SQL, procedure call, or Non-standard SQL options are available. Let us go with the standard SQL. If you know the SQL query, like select star from employee table, but you have to write here, I think HR schema also you have to specify, because through supply to you are accessing it, right? That's what we have to specify. Now if you click on OK, table or view does not exist. Okay, let us see it. Okay, some reason is not accepting SQL query here. I will write it SQL query. Am I able to communicate using supplier to the database or not to validate? There is option is available. What is this? Query builder. If you click on this query builder, we are going to get one window. There it is asking here different types of tables are available which are coming from supplier. If you go to the drop down here, I am able to see HR. Is there? No, I think this HR whatever you are seeing here, right? It's part of which database? That is a problem. It's part of which database? PDB ORCL is a database, but supplier to be configured for what? ORCL.
OBIEE.
Okay, that's what it is not coming over there. Let me do one thing. I'll go back here. I'll come back to this window. Administration, I am going again. Leave the page. Now JDBC connection. We have here. This is created using what? Let us see demo. OE they used it. Okay. I think I can use this one, right? This is using what? PDB or only they use. I can use this one. Through this I can access HR schema. That's what my plan. Let us go and try to see it. Administration. New. Then what? Data model. Then new data set. SQL query. Then we are trying to give the name as HR data set. Then we are going for here demo. Then query builder. Some browser issue. Okay, some browser issue. That's why it is not open. Then immediately I've taken the Google Chrome. There I am trying the same thing. We are able to see it. Okay, now let us go and try to give the name as this one as what? HR data set. Then demo standard SQL. Then query builder. Here you can go and you can select here. We want the schema called as HR. Then I want, let's say, employees table. Let's say I clicked on the employees table we got. I'm also clicking on the departments table also we got it. Whatever tables you want, we are going to take here. In this table, you want all the columns. Whatever columns you want, you can select it. I want employee ID, first name, last name, let us say the date of the employee and job ID, then salary, then that's it. I think I am good with that. In this one, I want, let us say, department name, then I want the location ID, I want it. That's it, I want here. But these two tables, how we are going to join it? If you see, I can say we have three columns. This is the one column. This is the one column. It is going to give the column names. It is giving. It is giving what? Columns names. It is giving what? Data types. Data types. The number symbol is available. That means what? Number. A means alphabet. Then like that we have here. The third column, whatever available, this is designed for the joins purpose. That is designed for the joins purpose. Now we have to click on what column we want to join here. Department ID. Click on the department ID opposite. And that is shaded right. And here also department ID, try to click on it. Before clicking, are you seeing any line here? Are you seeing any line? No. Let me click on department ID. Now are you seeing any line? Yes. And if you keep your cursor on that line, what is saying? Employees dot department ID is equal to departments dot department ID. This is how we are going to create the join. Till now, whatever we did the work, that result SQL query, if you want to observe, you can observe here the resultant SQL query, click on SQL, and here we are able to see the resultant SQL query. You are not writing the SQL query, system written for you based on your columns, whatever you selected. Now, if you want to provide any conditions, some where class, let us say I am going to the conditions, we have here salary, let us say condition is greater than, let us say 6,000 something I written. Then if you go and try to see the SQL, then what we are getting here? Employees salary greater than 6,000 we are getting. So whatever condition you want here, you can go and you can frame here is equal to HR is equal to HR for example. Okay, then we are going to get here what is this? Is equal to HR. Like these conditions also you can write here user friendly way. Okay, time being I am removing this HR, I am removing this 6,000 also I am removing. Now if we click on here results, we are able to see the sample data. We are seeing 10 records. If you want to see more 50 records, you can go and you can see it. 100 records you can see it. Okay, by default is 10 records. Now there is option is available. Click on here save. Now previously I was trying to write SQL query directly here, right? You can write SQL query directly here like this, or you can use what? Query builder. If you are familiar with the syntax, table names, column names, everything you are familiar, then directly you can type here. If you are not familiar with the column names, type table names, then you have to go for query builder. It is somewhat, I can say, user friendly way of writing the SQL query. Now click on here, okay. Now we can observe we got here one thing. This is what the columns what we taken. Now if you want to click on here view data, you can click on the view data, click on the view. Now we are able to see the data. This is what the data whatever we have it. This is what the data whatever we have it. Now as of now, let me save this one. Click on the save. I am saving into your shade folder and your B161 folder. Tell me, I am saving into your catalog only or not? That means BA published reports also storing where? Catalog only, not other place. In the catalog only storing. So we are giving the name of this one as, let us say HR. It is a data model. HR data model. Let us go and try to click on save. So we saved this one as HR data model, we saved it. If you want to see that one backend where it is saved, let us go and try to observe the file structure, Oracle, OBIEE, then user projects, domains, BI, BI data, service instance, SSI, metadata, then content, catalog, then root folder, shared folder, and B161 folder. And what we given the name? HR data model we given, right? Better if you give the one table name, one folder. Inside the folder, if you save it, that will be very good, right? Let me do that one. Okay, let us go and try to click on here again, save as. Then I am going to the B161. Inside the B161, I am creating here one folder with the name of what? BAP. Click on create. Inside the BAP, I am saving it. Let us say. Now go and try to observe here. Then you can see here. You can see shortly what is this? BAP. Inside the BAP, what you're seeing? HR data model. And inside the HR data model, what is available? Some kind of XML codes, those things. Fine. We understand now whatever we are doing the things that is storing again where? In the catalog will be storing, not separately. In OBIEE 10G, it used to store in separate place that is called as XMLP folder. That is 10G storing, not in the 11G. 11G also is storing in the catalog only. Okay. Now come back to this window. Now we completed here creating the HR data model. Next what I want to create here, one report I want to create it. How to create the report? Here remember I am going to create the report without clicking on save as sample data. If I go like that, will I able to create the report or not? We'll validate it first. If not, we'll save this as sample data, then we'll do the report. See what type of error message we are going to get it. Let us go to the new. There is option called as, what is this? Report. Then do you want to leave this site? Leave, because we already saved it. Then it is asking to create the report from where? Using data model or using one upload spreadsheet Excel. Using what? Your RPD subject areas. RPD subject areas. Now I want to go for this point of time what? Data model. The data model name I want it. So this was the data model name which is available inside our BAP folder. Then click on open. Now bottom we are seeing here, how do you want to create your report? Guide me, use report editor. Let me go with the guide me and let me make the screen as full screen. Okay, now we are seeing what? Next. Demo.us.org says data model does not contain what? Sample data. Please edit data model and save with sample data. That's what the problem what you are going to get it if you don't have the sample data. We have one concept that is known as what you do is what you see. What is the concept name? What you do is what you see. Business intelligence tools. So if you go and try to see with that concept what are the intelligence tools are available. Okay, they given here what is this? SAP business objects. SAP analytics means SAP business objects. Like this, some of the tools are available. There is no proper list here. Whatever you are doing, immediately I can able to see the data. In OBIEE, what is happening? You are dragging one column. Where you are dragging? Criteria. Are you seeing the data immediately? No. The moment you click on the results again, we are seeing the data. First what you are dragging, then columns only you are dragging. The moment you click on the result, we are getting the data. But here is not like that. If you drag the column, data also will get it. If data also you need to get means, it has to execute the SQL query. Let us say I have to take 100 columns, 100 SQL queries has to execute it. Then performance is impacted, right? That is the reason what they implemented is, they will save sample data, 5 or 10 records, they will save sample data locally. Then whenever you drag the column, from this 5 or 10 records, they will show the data, sample data, instead of executing that 100 queries. That's what they are going for here, sample data. Let us go and try to do that one. Let me cancel it. Okay. Now I am going for our data model. Let us go for open. Then we are trying to open our data model. The data model is available here. Then open that one. Already we saved, right? The saved data model, we are opening it. Now click on here. What is this? View the data. Then again click on here. View sample. How many records are seeing? 5 rows. There is option called as save as sample data. Before clicking on the save as sample data, if you go and try to observe, are you seeing here anything called as sample data kind of thing? No. Now let me click on here, save as sample data, saved as sample data. Okay. Now if you go and try to observe, inside HR data model, what are you seeing here? Sample. Previously we didn't have the sample things. Previously we didn't have the sample things. Okay, that's what exactly is happening here. Now we understand. We create the sample data. Next is what? Save this one. Then go to the new. Then now go to the report. Let us click on the report. It is asking use data model. That's fine. Now we are selecting HR data model. Open. Then click on here next. Now see, this is what the layout. What is saying? Select the data. Already we selected the data. Data may be coming from data model or MS Excel or OBIEE RPD. OBIEE RPD subject areas. Select the layout. What type of layout you want it? One table you want? One chart you want to develop? One pivot table? One chart and table? Chart and pivot table? Two charts and table? What type of layout you want it? It is asking. Of course, this layout if you want to change later you can change it, no problem. But this is what the predefined layouts what Oracle providing. And you want to do here landscape and portrait. And page header you want or not, page footer you want or not. So time being, I am going with the, let us say, two charts and one table. I am going, let us say, two charts and one table. Now we completed second step, that is called as selecting the layout. Now click on here next. Then it is asking here creating what? Chart. So the chart it is creating by taking the columns here, drop the labels here, drop the values here. Next what? Drop the series here. These are the three things what you have to drop it. What I am doing is salary I am trying to drag and drop onto, let us say, values. Then we got here total salary, how much is there, that much we got it from all for all the employees. Department name I am taking onto the labels, let us say. Then what happened? It is split. Now tell me, SQL queries are executing on backend? Is it? Or it is coming from the sample data?
It's from the sample.
It's coming from the sample data, not from the real database. It is not communicating now. This is what you do is what you see. Whenever I am trying to drag it, immediately you are seeing how the layout will be looks like. Right. Now drop the series here. If you want to drop the series job ID, you can go and you can drag and drop job ID. So whatever you want, you can drop it. Let's say we have the option called as preview the report. If you click on the preview the report, interactive viewer loading, then this is what the whatever preview we have it. Okay, right. Now as of now it's okay. Okay, this preview whatever available, we are closing it. Next, in the bottom, we can observe now again, click on the next, click on next, next. We have here, what is this? Create the second chart. The second chart, I'm creating here based on, let us say, job ID I am taking onto the labels, then location ID I am taking onto the labels, and salary I am taking onto the values, something like that I taken. Then I got, or you can take the job ID as usual into the series only. So location wise, job wise, how I am spending the salaries. Okay, now different charts also available here. If you want line charts, pie charts, you can select here. Now click on here, next. Then we have here next one is called as what? Create the table. Whatever columns you use, those columns automatically is coming. If you want any extra things, you can go and you can take here extra things also. Location ID, or you want here employee ID, and you want here employee name. Okay, employee name, for his first name, then last name. You want it, you can go and you can take it. Then click on here next. Now before going for the next, it is giving here unnecessary grand totals, right? There is option called as remove the grand total row. Then next. Now finally creating the table also complete. Next is what? Congratulations, you created your report. Would you like to view your report or go to the layout editor to customize it? You want to view the report or you want to do further customizations? So let us say as of now we are going for the view the report. Click on finish. It is asking, tell me what is the name you want to provide it. So we are providing the name as BAP report. From where you developed? From data model. BAP report is developed using what? HR data model we used and we developed it. Let us go and try to save it. Now we are going to see now, this is called as one chart. This is one chart, and the bottom we have here what? One more chart. Okay, so many employees are available. That's what we are seeing here. The charts are not looking that great. Now further, if you want to do some kind of customizations here, there you can go for what is this? Settings, then edit this report, then edit report window will be open. Click on the edit. Now if you see carefully this one, it looks like MS Word or not? It looks like MS Word only. I want to change the title. I want to change it. Let us say I want to provide a title. What is the font? Arial is available. Suppose something I want it. Can I change it or not? I want, let us say, some size. I want to change it, or I want to mark this as a bold, or I want, let us say, italic. Then I want some color. I want to apply it. So background color as red. Okay. Then foreground color as white. Foreground color as white. Okay, something like that. So whatever you are seeing the options, it looks like MS Word options or not? Yes. And what I selected here, I selected title part. I selected. The reason these all options are showing, title related options is showing. Now let me select here graph. I selected now graph. You can see this what area selected here. Okay. Now we selected here graph. You can see some dots are going on here, right? Yeah. Now if you don't like this kind of chart, I want here something else. I want here something else. You can go and you can change here. Okay, chart types are also available here. What is this? Bar, bubble, line, pies. Those all things are available. You can go and you can provide it. Okay. And if you want to apply some kind of filter, here itself you can apply some filter, employee ID or whatever it is column you can take and you can apply the filters. Okay. And if you want to convert this one into the pivot into the table, you can pivot into the table. Okay. For example, this one I want to change as a, let us say, bar. This kind of bar I want it. Now it changed or not? It is changed. Previously it is available what? vertically. Now it is available what? Horizontally. So like that you can go and you can change it. Let us say vertical bar means vertical bar you are going to get. Now, okay, this is how we are going to do some kind of changes, and there is a insert options. If you want to add some text item somewhere, okay, some image somewhere, okay, any page numbers, those things you can do it. Page layouts also you can change here, whatever you want it. Then chart types are, these are the chart types. Now, left side we also have here, what is this? Components. If you want one more chart, you want it some reason, then you can go and you can drag and drop the chart wherever you want to place it. We are able to see now chart, we are able to see it. We are able to see now chart, we are able to see it. In the chart we want the columns right now, so that columns also you can go and you can drag and drop whichever column you want, wherever you can drag and drop it. Suppose you want the salary total, we are taking it, and you want here, let us say, department name, the department name we can go and you can drag and drop it. Now we are seeing what? Department name by salary. So whatever the initial wizard we have it, that wizard is wizard only. On top of it, if you want to customize anything, again you can customize it. And this reporting, whatever we have it looks like somewhat similar to the MS Word or not. If you spend some time on this window, bit of navigation you need to learn it, then you will able to do the reporting. Okay, now we understand that one. Let us go and try to delete it. As of now I don't want it, I deleted that one. Okay, and these are the extra components whatever we have. Let us say one more text item I want to provide here. Let us drag and drop the text item. So let us say some subtitle I wanted, learning BA publisher, and this learning BA publisher I want in the bold, I want here Arial, I want the size as something called as 16, then I want the learning this one as color as something, let us say red color or yellow color, whatever I want I can go and I can provide. And next is what? Some image of the customer you want to provide it. Some image of the customer you want to provide it. So select the image from the local directory, let us say choose the file. So we are providing, let us say, one file. Then click on the insert, uploading, then that image we are able to see it. As the size is too much, so it's showing here not good. Okay, but you can provide it. Yes or no? Yes. So like that, there are some options are available. Now properties. Suppose you selected any one thing. For example, I am selecting learning BAP. I am selecting that corresponding properties is showing. If I am selecting this title, then that corresponding property showing. If select the chart, that corresponding property showing. Chart, what type of things you wanted. Labels, what are the labels you wanted. Okay, that formatting stuff. Those things we can go and we can observe here. Getting my point? Now we have here table. This the table is available. We are seeing here how much money 1700, sorry, 4400 and 13,000, 6,000, 11,000, 3,100 something is available. If you are getting salary less than 5,000 rupees, surviving family is very difficult. Very difficult. So what we are thinking is those guys are under the poverty line. Under the poverty line. So I want to identify those all records. I want to mark here red color. Conditional formatting, simple words. What is that? Conditional for what is my condition here? If the salary is less than 5,000, then I want to mark as red color. How I can do that one? The moment you select a table, then you can observe the options are changing here, right? Whatever you are selecting according to that one, options are changing. Okay, here I am selecting the table means table corresponding options also changing here. Okay, let us select here the table. Let us select here table. Okay, if selected the table, then it's going to show the name also what is selected. Table like that. So if I select this one, then what is going to show here? You selected chart, that's what it's showing here. Chart corresponding property is showing it. Let me select now table, then table is showing it. Now there is an option called as what is this? highlight. What you want to highlight? If data field, based on the data field called as salary, the salary is, what is this? Is less than, what is this? 5,000. Then I want to highlight here the family as Arial. Size is okay. Color is, I want here red color, I want it. Then okay. This is foreground color, this is background color. What way it is going to appear also, it's showing a preview. Suppose you want some background color also, means you can provide here some background colors. Then click on here, okay. That's how it is appearing. Entire record, you can go and you can format it. That's what called as conditional formatting. That's how we can go and you can edit our report. We are trying to save first. Once you saved it, then click on what? Done. Now we have the report is available. Now we completed the report. But what is the problem is here? Simple data model we created, and from that we developed one report, right? From that we developed here one report. Now what I want is, let us say if you go to the catalog, this is what our report, what we developed it. Let me open it. We are able to see that report, we are able to see it. Short, it is going to appear. This is what our report, what you are seeing it. This is what the report, what you are seeing it. Now what I want is, here I want to select, let us say, particular department names or particular job IDs only I want to select here. Particular department names or particular job IDs only I want to select here. How I can do that? How I can do that? So I want to provide the prompt on the job ID or prompt on the department number, I want to provide it. Okay, how I can do that one? That can be possible by passing the parameters. By passing the parameters and a list of values. There is one more concept, list of values. Parameters and list of values. Now that is the one point you have to learn about it. Next one, somehow first name and last name, two columns are available, right? I don't want here these two columns, first name and last name. I want here full name, I want it. If I want the full name, what I have to do exactly?